Welcome inside the newly redesigned RPod 200 here at Puma RV Center. Very happy to have this brand new unit here. A very family-friendly unit. Certainly a first unit for a lot of people would work wonderfully, and something that's going to fit in a lot of different campsites, which our customers love. Also tandem axle, so for those long journeys, just peace of mind. Extra set of brakes, extra set of tires, so lots of stability behind a wide range of vehicles. Now we're coming in here about 20 feet for the box, tip to tail, 25 feet, and 4,300 pounds. So it's going to fit, again, a large swath of SUVs out there, as well as small and lighter trucks. So just giving you great options here. But certainly if you have that family with 2 or 3 children, it's going to give you 3 separated beds, potentially, with the dinette here that drops down, and then plus that full queen here. It is a Murphy bed. I've dropped it down here because I wanted to highlight how big it feels, especially with that front window, which does fully open with a screen and a blackout shade. One, how much ventilation you would get through here, because it's pretty much the width of the front, but also it creates a lot more depth to the front and feels a lot bigger when you have that bed set down. But just know that you do have that full Murphy bed here. We do have some storage underneath, which I'll highlight, a couple of drawers, and then either side of the bed you're going to have a little nightstand that also has some storage there that you can tuck away, and you do have 120 volt and USB around the bed as well. Great high ceilings here, so if you are somebody taller, a lot of the ultralights, unfortunately, a lot of where they're cutting space and weight is in that height. So if you are kind of 6+ feet, you are going to find the entire RPod lineup, say minus the teardrop style, are going to work for you. And this is a great option should you have kids, and that's why we brought this unit in. So you do have an emergency exit window here up front. Easy spot here as we come in the door. If you do want to kind of check on things, you're going to have your monitor panel just down here by the kitchen. You've got a GFI outlet as well, and then you also have the ignition for your tankless hot water tank. So something that if, again, you got teenagers and you're looking to have lots of showers here before you go, this is a unit that certainly, if you've got water on site, is going to work quite well for that. So very, very easy to set up that bed. And the beauty here, you'll see by the doorway, is it is out of the way, so you could leave it set down all the time, especially if maybe you're coming in late on a Friday night and you just want to not worry about setting everything up. You could certainly have it set down as a bed in transit, but you always have that option should the weather change to be able to quickly set up that couch. As we come in the door, you're going to have your main awning switch here. Again, no slide here, so we don't have any of those mechanisms to concern ourselves with. You got an awning light, porch light, and then you've got a quick switch for your interior lights. And then we are equipped here with 200 watts of solar standard. That's expandable beyond that. You could certainly double it to 200 and not have to change anything. But the nice thing is you can keep an eye here on the panel in terms of how much return you're getting back. I love the fact that they thought through here with families and just shoes and sandals. You've got a little spot here as you come in the door. Quickly be able to tuck that away. You've got your safety feature there, having the, again, ability to put out that campfire right by the door. If you have any kind of kitchen situation, you can quickly grab your fire extinguisher and away you go. You do have the built-in microwave now with air fryer, which for family is going to be excellent. So again, a quick way to make some bacon or heat up some fries, things like that on a Friday night if you're coming into camp late. You've got a two burner stove here should you want to cook inside, but you are going to be well equipped outside if you do some cooking. You do have a fan here as well, and great storage above for all your dishes, and you've got some pots and pan storage below as well. Nice deep sink here, so nice wide deep sink. You can also hide the breakfast dishes here by simply using the lid here, drop it into place, and should you want to not see those dishes till a little bit later, maybe lunchtime when you can take care of them, you can drop them in there and head off to the beach. You're going to have fabric roller shades throughout, so really nice touch. Beautiful high-rise faucet here, so nice and easy to fill a pot, be able to rinse off the vegetables as well. Massive window here at the dinette. Again, the expectation here is you are going to be eating outside 99% of the time, but on a day where you have to, certainly you've got room for the kids here. You're going to have the ability to make that couch behind me as well, so you can certainly have some small tables or just use the side tables as well for dining. You've got a 12-volt TV here, so if you have kind of multiple batteries and with that solar, even if you're off-grid and you want to catch a movie on a rainy afternoon, you're all set up to do that because it will draw off those batteries. LED lights here throughout. You've got a couple lights here underneath as well. You're going to notice you've got USB as well as 120-volt plug-ins, so you can keep the toaster there should you wish, or a laptop if you've got to do some work. So lots of storage up above here, so that could be additional dishes and cups, but also a place to keep, media, DVDs, should you bring some, board games, all the books you may want to leave as well. You've got inside and outside speakers here. All the controls are here, and you can certainly stream things to it. Being a non-slide unit, very easy on the road to be able to come in, grab something out of your huge fridge here with separate freezer. We are a 12-volt fridge, so you've got lots of depth here and lots of room on the door, and then a huge freezer as well. All Furrion, so they've got the ability to adjust that temperature. So again, if you want to draw less off those batteries, you can certainly do that. Central furnace here, so it's going to be nice and easy to quickly cool off. And we also have our central AC here as well. So again, we'll be quite comfortable whether it's hot or cold. Our charge controller, sorry, not charge controller, I apologize. Our converter is here as well. It is lithium ready, so should you want to pair this with some lithium batteries, you can extend your stay. You're going to recharge 5 times faster with lithium, so certainly ready for it in the future, even if you choose to do it then. Love the fact that, especially in a family unit, maybe if you have a dog coming with you, you've got a built-in vacuum cleaner. So you've got the ability on the bottom to sweep into it, but then it does come with a full hose kit, so it's very easy. 5 minutes before you're leaving, even one of the kids could do it. You can basically quickly clean off this floor, get all the pet hair if you do have a dog with you, or just even, again, any bits of debris that you brought in. Love the fact here the bottom bunk flips up and you have that outside door from the outside. So if you got some kids kayaks or extra bikes, because maybe you're taking a couple extra friends or cousins with you, you've got additional space here. You're going to have windows in both bunks. You have a ladder here for the top one. You've got a light in each bunk, and you've also got USB and 120 volt. And then you've got individual curtains here, so certainly can create some privacy. And they're bunks that are sized to certainly even adults could quite comfortably sleep there. Got a pantry across the way as well, but it also could be storage for the kids area as well. Pantry perhaps on top, so you can divide it up how you wish. And because again, we've got no slide out in the way, we've got a full 3-piece bath here with full access on the road, which I love. And I love the pull across shade here. So for it, you've got a new 4-speed fan here. So something that doesn't just have that small 1-speed fan that's pretty ineffective. You can really move a lot of air here when you first get there, be able to suck out that hot air. You've got, again, the GFI here. Lots of room to be able to keep the first aid kit and some bug juice in here as well. Even some room for literature as well when you're in the bathroom here. We're going to head outside here, guys, and take a look. On the outside, you've got a fiberglass finish to all RPods, and then they will use Azdel on the outside. So that is a composite that basically lines the back wall of the fiberglass so that it makes sure that it can't absorb water over time, which is going to protect that unit. Up front, we are standard with a power jack, 1 propane bottle here. We've got lots of room for multiple batteries as well. On the front, we are going to have a battery cutoff switch, which going into storage with the solar is a great way to keep everything charged up, ready to go. You're going to see the small yellow repeater there. That is for the built-in tire pressure monitor system. So again, safety here paramount for RPod and for Forest River. We've got 4 large jacks here. We've got great slam latches here, so when you do close your doors, they're closed and they're not going to be opening up on you. Magnetic latches to hold everything, which I love. You've got a little hose here for your little outside kitchen spray off area. We've got some motion center lights. We do have USB-C outside as well. Be a 30 amp unit in terms of the plug that they'll use. We've got our Lippert steady steps here, completely adjustable steps for uneven terrain. And you're going to notice here they max out the awning, so they go right to the very end and right to the very front here. So you get a huge shaded area, which your huge door side window looks out onto. And then you'll notice the mounting rail here, so that integrates your small shelf that you have just in the front, as well as your griddle here, which you'll see just in the back compartment here for storage. So again, you can cook right on the side of the trailer underneath the awning, so getting out of the sun, getting out of that light rain. If you've got a light rain with a day that's not too windy to have the awning out, you can kind of protect yourself there and do all the cooking there. You've got additional storage underneath the bottom bunk here, which is great. So again, all the areas for storage they can take advantage of, they have. You do have a gas outlet here as well as a plug-in. So again, a couple ways to use that. You've got hot water and cold water there. So again, you can set up a little outside sink as well. There's our 2 windows on our bunk. Again, you can open all those windows, so you're going to get great airflow through here. So especially if you're off-grid, you're going to appreciate that. And I love all the accessories here at the back, so really family friendly here. Again, that back door, so whether it be something like a bike or maybe a more expensive e-bike you may want to protect, you can put that in the back. But it could also be just your bins of just even your chairs back here. So you've got a lot of bulk storage here, which I love. And then all the RPods here will come with a good size hitch. So that hitch on the back that's already here is rated at 350 pounds. So again, you can have 4 or 5 bikes on a proper bike rack back here, and you don't have to worry about it being off the bumper or anything else. You've got a hookup for a Lippert ladder, so should you want to have one, we keep them in stock at all times. Detachable here, so if you want to be able to access the roof just to check on things for maintenance on the road, you can. You've got all LED lights on the outside, so nice and bright. Spare tire in the back. I love the new bronzed out wheels as well. So you've got Goodyear tires all the way around, so name brand, good quality tires. And then we've got a pre-wire for a backup camera, should you ever wish to add one. We do keep them in stock here, but again, it can be something in year 2 or 3 that you may choose to add as your adventures get a little larger. Very easy to hook up when you get to the campsite. Everything is nice and accessible, and look at the great ground clearance, so nothing is anywhere close to the ground when you're coming in and out of the campground. You've got a black tank flush here as well, which is a great accessory. They've just added some motion sensor lights to the areas typically you'd want them, and that's from customer feedback. So backside, near where all the plumbing is, you're going to have one in the front compartment, so very, very handy. Love the fact, because it doesn't have the slide, you've got your furnace outlet on the back side, which is where you're going to want it. So it's not a case where you're going to lean up against it with that chair and start burning the fabric on it. And then we've got our high output tankless water heater here. So again, on the back side, so we don't have to worry about leaning up against anything or carbon monoxide or anything else. So all the underneath here is protected by a membrane. So again, lots of protection from just road and debris and stones you might pick up along the way. We've got our main water tank here underneath the unit at the very front with the ability to fill it here at the front. And then our on-site water hookup here as well. So again, should you have water on site, then you don't have to fill that. And then our front window here, which I mentioned on the inside, again, it's huge. It opens. And especially if you're off-grid and not looking to necessarily rely on air conditioning to cool things, to me that's a huge difference maker with the entire RPod lineup, and certainly something so far our customers have really responded to, because they just want that freedom to be off the grid, not necessarily bring a generator or looking for the kind of power that you need to run an AC unit. The fact that you have that 4-speed fan down the back, you can move quite a bit of air in terms of hot air out, and you've got, again, a lot of windows here to work with, so you get cross ventilation, but also that ventilation front to back as well. We'd invite you to Premium RV Center to come have a much closer look at this brand new 2025 RPod 200 family friendly unit.